Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, for wherever you're listening from. So this is African Discourse channel. I'm very happy to be on this because it was so not planned. Yeah, but I have here two other guests. They would introduce themselves, but before that, I would want to also introduce myself. So my name is Akosua Osei, and I'm the founder for Be Tech Connected. Basically, we are bridging the knowledge and skill gaps between industry, that is academia, and industry. So what we are doing is we are preparing the youth for the future of work through training, mentorship, and giving them opportunities. I mean, precisely technology opportunities or tech opportunities. And today, our conversation is very unscripted because my guests didn't know they would be here. I caught Frida on the way, and I have my lovely lady here. She would introduce herself. But what we will be talking about is basically technology, youth empowerment, politics, and probably anything that comes to mind. So I hope you enjoy our unscripted pod. Yes. But I also want to thank Joseph for giving me the opportunity. I like things like this, so it's a pleasure to be here. So moving to our guest, I'll start with Frida. Please introduce yourself, what you do, then we shoot.
Okay, so thanks, Akosua. Hi, everyone. My name is Frida Yamotigbandi. I work with the Fab City Foundation. And what we do basically is to help policymakers, community organization, maker spaces, Fab Labs, thrive in their community settings by giving them access to best practices, funding opportunities, cross-continental projects and such. And today I would focus on our current project called the Africa European Maker Innovation Ecosystem Project.
Awesome.
Basically dedicated to supporting maker spaces and Fab Labs in Africa and Europe. So I'm really happy to share my insight and my thoughts on this unscripted pod. Yeah.
All right. Excited to have you, Frida. Let's move to our lady here. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Omuka Miracle, and I'm a student of Methodist University, and I'm from the psychology department. So the psychology department is all about the human behaviors and mental processes. So we are treating more on the behaviors and how to identify abnormal behaviors from the normal behaviors, and some beliefs, some environmental factors that brings about those behaviors. So psychology is really broad. We have a lot of branches in psychology, but I'm going into the neuropsychology where we talk about the brain structure and how it affects the behavior. So I was just passing by and I said, okay, let me just come here and see how it's like, and also express my opinion on certain things, on what I've observed about Ghanaians.
Amazing. I mean, we are happy to have you here. And listening to both of you, I believe the conversation will be very diverse. So I'm happy to have both of you on the spot today. Just as I said, it's very unscripted, so it's a lot of freestyle. But I want to start with technology, which is like the common thing amongst us.
Okay.
What do you think about the Ghana tech ecosystem? You can choose any angle to focus on. Let me start with Frida.
Okay, so I'm happy to talk on this. Last year I was at the Ghana Digital Innovation Week, and I think it's a great event. I think it's a great opportunity for like-minded people to gather and to collaborate. However, I think some of the conversations we've been having have lingered for long. Like, I entered into the innovation space in 2018, right after national service. I didn't know anything about techie stuff, startup stuff. And then I came into contact with Kumasi Hive.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that my grooming in the space started from there with the opportunities that were provided. And I think at the time, this space was new, was exciting. The dialogues were important. But 5 years along the line, I feel like maybe certain progress should have happened now.
Okay.
And I think it's a new space, so these challenges are expected. But if we if we keep depending on like a donor funding and some of this, I know, personal pursuits, I see us having these conversations for a longer period. I know that technology, like jumping on the tech conversations are exciting, but I think at this point we should see more tangible outputs.
That's true.
Like beyond the fancy software applications, like how do these techie stuff connect to the grassroots level?
Makes sense.
Else, it is just innovation, but it's not actually I think that an innovation is not necessarily a fancy product. It's something that solves a problem.
That's true.
I think the fufu pounding machine is an innovation. It's a great innovation because it solves a problem that we face.
Right.
So I think the techie space or technology space is exciting, but I think we need to calm down a bit and address the challenges that we go through with the technology on the ground, with the technology that we face. And I think the Ghana Digital Innovation Week is a brilliant opportunity to have such discussions. Yeah.
I totally concur. I mean, I would want us to dive quite deep into what you said. You said it's been like 5 years now since you got into the space.
Yeah.
And so you were expecting some notable progress. Yeah. Would you want to mention some of the progress specifically?
Okay, so I would go back to COVID period.
Okay.
COVID period, Kumasi Hive, Makerspace, and then Ghana Tech Lab, and then some other makerspaces around, built a lot of PPEs, thermometer, guns, hospital beds, like a lot of things.
Right.
And sometimes on the outside, aesthetics, it's not pleasing.
Right.
But it's a great start.
Yeah.
And if there's more support, we can create these kinds of innovations for ourselves. I don't think those equipment we produce are in use or are anywhere, but those are like the needed things that we can keep producing for ourselves. And also, for instance, mentioning Kumasi Hive again and Ghana Tech Lab, we've churned out amazing innovations, and even people, like the people that have come through Kumasi Hive, Ghana Tech Lab, are people that have gone on to do.
I can see the fruits all around.
Yeah,
amazing guys,
amazing things, right? Yeah. But I'm not an expert or anything,
right?
But I'm saying that there's this barrier. It's like we develop something and then it doesn't scale up, or we have people that go through the hub ecosystem and then they end up doing something else, right? Like it wouldn't be bad if Kumasi Hive would be like one of the biggest innovation hubs in Africa,
right?
Because of where we started from, because of the kind of project we've had.
Makes sense.
Ghana Tech Lab was doing amazing with the MasterCard project.
Yeah.
So maybe we know what the problem is.
Yes.
But maybe we cannot publicly discuss.
Yeah, on air. We don't want them to come after Discourse channel.
No.
Yeah, we understand. So we'll go there. Yeah, but I totally agree. Yeah. I'm happy about you too, because you are coming from the angle of an ecosystem player and you are coming from the angle of a student. What do you think about the Ghana Tech ecosystem?
Well, actually, first of all, I'm not the social media type. So
okay.
It's when I came to Ghana like 2 years ago that I got to know that, Ghana is really, really advanced in technology. Okay. And I got to know a lot of apps developed in Ghana. And my experience coming here, actually, I wanted to come last year, but my classes wasn't okay for me. So I decided to try this year. So I came yesterday and I was really, really marveled to see a robot talking.
Wow.
I was really, really marveled. I'm like, wow. So after that, we had the breakout section and I saw a lot of things. I tested the visual reality. I was like, wow, this is like, I'm in a spaceship or something like that. It made me understand that really AI is very, very interesting, and it's like the future of Africa. So we need to like dive more into it, into IA, and develop more, because it's really, really nice. And it made me start wondering that should I really convert from psychology to
tech,
because everything is interesting. It's very interesting. And like you see things developing and you're like, wow, so things like this do happen. So
you think that the Ghana tech ecosystem is exciting?
It's very, very exciting. Okay, so the things they develop.
Exactly. Okay, with the innovations, just as Frida said.
Yes.
Okay, so I like the subjects of AI. Okay. So I would want to find out from you, as a student, how relevant is AI to you? Okay,
in terms of assignment, it is.
ChatGPT.
Yes. Yeah, it's very good though, because sometimes if you go on Google to look for some assignment, you will not see the exact assignment. But if you go to the AI app, just type in your assignment and everything is there. So it's really, really interesting, and it ends up giving us a very good grade. And it makes us understand that, okay, this is what this topic is all about. And sometimes if you type, examples of it in the IA app, it brings a lot of examples for you. And me as a psychology student, we deal with a lot of examples. So when I type in examples of maybe a disorder, maybe a definition of disorder with examples, it brings in examples for me, something that is based on reality. So it makes me understand, okay, this is what this disorder is all about and how to prevent it from reaching to the higher level. So the AI is good for assignments for us.
Okay.
Definitely.
So we'll still be on the subject of AI.
Okay.
For me, I'm of the view that AI is making students very lazy and less intellectual.
No, it's not.
Do you disagree?
I disagree.
Tell me more.
Okay. Let me just say, for intelligent students, for hardworking students, it's not making us lazy, because it's more like it broadens our knowledge on a specific topic or subject. So maybe people just use IA just to do assignment and forget about it. But definitely in exams, questions like that will come. So it's more like you going back to the IA app to search on the question. So it's not making students lazy, because some lecturers...
It's not making you lazy.
Students, let me just say students in general, because there are some lecturers now that have noticed that students use a lot of ChatGPT. so those questions that they give us as assignment, they bring it back to the examination. So
you produce whatever you produce during assignment.
Definitely. Makes sense. That's how they used to get students that use ChatGPT a lot. For me, I use ChatGPT, but when it comes to exam, I go back to learn more and even ask them for more examples. Okay. So it's kind of broadens my knowledge on what I want to learn, because psychology is not like you learn it just for exams. You need to learn because in the future you will apply it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how it has helped me. And also students.
I like the fact that you do your research, and if you have to study for exam, you go back and ask the AI all your questions and all that. I mean, but not everybody, because I work with students a lot.
Oh.
So I might be biased in my answer, but that's the reality on ground. I was having a conversation with someone in the tech space. He also plays in the tech space. That I think AI is making our youth very lazy. I'm still a youth, but AI is making our students specifically lazy, because most of them, when they are given assignments, they just go and dump the questions and produce the answers, and that's it. They don't think about it. It's all about copy and paste. To the extent that it's so serious that people copy and copy, like for word for word. Copy and even copy what's the questions they even ask the AI. And then they write and send. So sometimes you see it and then you know that this is not like an original piece of work. You get it. The serious side of it for workers, I'll come to Frida, is there was an incident, real life case scenario, where a company was bidding for a project and they went to ChatGPT. And instead of them doing their work by probably reading or maybe editing, they lifted everything and sent it. So the other party, the company they were bidding the project from or whatever from, saw that, no, you can't do this. Even if you use ChatGPT, let's be smart here. So these are some challenges on the ground. AI, I feel, can make you dumb if you really allow yourself to be dumb. But on the other side, people like you, that you're a student, you are leveraging it to your advantage, which is excellent. On the side of a worker, Frida, what do you think about AI in our workspace or our workplaces? Do you think AI would take people's job, or it would trash out people who are not leveraging its use?
I think it will trash out people who are not leveraging its use.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for technology, if you're not fast to catch up, you're late.
Right.
And if you are late, it means you don't get a piece of whatever's happening. Personally, I think AI has really helped me in my work. I do a lot of writing, a lot of research, and sometimes it's dense material. Like if you want to read it, you wouldn't understand. Like you understand how sometimes the language in the ecosystem is like, it's like sustainability, circular economy, like those jargons. And sometimes the documents are full of those things, and it's difficult or challenging to make it simple for everyone to understand. So I think it depends on how you use it. If you ask AI good prompts, it's going to give good materials. And personally, I feel like ChatGPT can be very computerized. Right. Like it doesn't sound human. There are a lot of synonyms, filler words that don't say much.
Right.
And sometimes it's better to just say that maybe I cooked rice. But it can be like, rice is nutritious, and
I get it.
Like, it's very filler words.
Too garnished.
Yes, too garnished. It's like nobody really says this. Yeah,
it's
or maybe
not you.
No, maybe in academia or something. But like on a day-to-day, nobody really uses all these words. It makes sense. Yeah, so I think AI is for smart work.
Right.
You can do a lot when you use AI.
That's true.
Like simple tasks like responding to emails. I no longer take time to respond to emails. Like I just pick the email and then put it there and say, I need to tell this person to rewrite this, and then it produces it and I review it. So like basic tasks like emailing that could take up an hour to do, you can do it very quickly with ChatGPT.
Right.
And then for more complex tasks, like maybe you need to roll out a strategy for comms for a project that you have. You have your goal, you have your objectives, you have what you're aiming to do. You can keep it there and say, like, show me samples of comms strategies to reach policymakers, blah, blah, blah. And it gives you like really good templates that you can adapt for your context. I think that AI is powerful. I think that we should use AI. If you're not using ChatGPT or AI tools, you should. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You should
need to leverage these tools.
Else, like the tech guys are getting all the...
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So to our listeners, if you join in lately, we are talking generally about technology, youth development opportunities, politics, and probably women empowerment, because I have women here. So we were talking about AI generally, but we are going to move from AI. So I'm one of the online protesters for Stop Galamsey Now. So probably we are going there now. What do you think? What do you guys think about the whole Galamsey situation in the country? Like, it's so dear to my heart, but I would want to hear your views. As a student, what do you think about Galamsey? Okay, so my fellow AK is a Nigerian, so it's illegal mining.
Okay.
Yes, and it's affecting our water bodies so bad. Yes. So what do you think about illegal mining?
Well, as I say, illegal.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
Line.
Yeah, anything about mining scares me a lot because, last month we buried one of our classmates because he went to join the mining group and all that. So it didn't go well with him. So they ended up using him rather. So it got us really pissed off because he's a nursing student and he's very quiet, but people love him. So I'm just anything mining scares me and it's making me develop this hatred for it. So whenever I see someone, I say, okay, I'm into this, and I know it's because mining is extraction. So I feel okay, it's extraction. I just develop this hatred for this person. So I always distance myself from people like that. So the illegal mining, if it's in my country and I see that person, I'll beat that person.
So my students here is not in for illegal mining.
I'm not a fan of it.
So are you joining the online protesters?
Yes.
I mean, I always say that my friends laugh at me that I should be on the field, but I tell them I can't be there, but I can help online. So I think you should join us.
Definitely.
On Twitter, we are buzzing.
No problem.
So to Frida, what do you think about this whole Galamsey situation?
So I haven't been abreast with the conversations around it actually.
Maybe okay, so this is on the side. Frida is a new bride.
Oh yes.
She's been honeymooning. So she's not with us. So we are fighting, she's enjoying love. Okay.
Yes. So I haven't been online a lot following.
Okay. All right.
However, I went to this town. I don't remember the name, but it's after Tepa in Kumasi, in the Ashanti region. And it was very remote. And I was speaking to one of the taxi drivers and he was talking about how they do some illegal mining around. And it was mainly their means of survival in the community. And I feel like this conversation, it's here and there because the local communities need to survive.
Right.
And they've not been included in anything. Infrastructure, even the farming they do. Sometimes they sell their farm produce for very small monies.
Right.
And then they are brought to Accra and they are so expensive.
That's true.
The people doing the hard work are not earning.
Right.
So imagine if you find yourself in such a community and you have people coming to you, paying you like some 1,000 cedis, 100 cedis, 200 cedis and all that. It's good money. It's good money for your family.
That's true.
And unfortunately, we find ourselves in the part of the world where basic amenities are not accessible to everyone.
That's true.
So for the masses, your first point of call is how do I eat? How do I sleep? So if I cannot cater for these things, then I cannot think about bigger issues like contaminated water bodies. It's not going to be possible.
That's true.
And the people that can make change happen, it's not just you and I. I think we are comfortable.
Yes.
The people that can make change happen are the masses. The people in the local communities.
They're underrepresented.
Yes. If they are not given an alternative, it will be hard to take away their means of income. So it's true that our water bodies are getting destroyed and the impact of it is going to be very negative for us in the future. But it's also true that we need to look at it holistically. We need to bring attention to the local communities. We need to educate them. We need to empower them. And then we can have them implement some of these changes on their own. I don't know what the influence of protests are on government. I don't really follow politics, but maybe something has ever happened out of like a protest like this. I'm not sure. But I think it should be bottom up and then from the top.
Makes sense.
Right?
Makes sense.
Like let's help these local communities. And the protest should go on. Outside of social media, I think that when we have the opportunity to talk to like these influential people, like maybe at the opening ceremony of GDIW, these things should be mentioned.
Very
like
true.
not just on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like these people are busy making money.
Yeah.
Like they are not on Twitter reading our posts.
That's true.
They might not see it.
That's true.
And the local communities people, unfortunately, will vote for them because they are providing for the basic things.
Yeah.
So it needs to be holistically. Like we need to look at it
totally
wholly.
We need to have mass education right from up to down. Those are the underrepresented communities. We need to go there, talk to them about the effects of galamsey. They can see it because I've seen footages where they are talking about the fact that they don't have clean water to even cook. And to those who think galamsey is far from us, we don't have mass agric or farming in Ghana here. All the food stuff, they are coming from the villages.
Yeah.
So it's even closer to you than you think. So please join the train. Free the citizens.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we would be bringing our pod to an end because we don't want it to be too long.
Okay.
We want you guys to listen to the end. So to my guest, what would you tell your younger self? And usually when I'm asked that question, I look at my younger self as probably someone in SHS primary, someone at the university now, or maybe someone who is also old like me, but needs to hear some comforting words, So what would you tell your younger self, Frida?
I'm just going back to our days in the university. And the struggle.
Charlie.
And the struggle.
So if Frida says the struggle, we did biochemistry, cell and molecular biology. That's how serious the science was. And it was too much for us. We will not even lie about it.
It was crazy.
So if she says that she wants to go back to the university, I understand her. I share in that.
It was crazy.
Yes.
It was crazy. So to younger people, right, I would say that want some change for yourself, like desire it, and take steps to make it happen. I'm a church person, and in my church we have a lot of students.
Sweet girls where they love Jesus.
Oh yes. We have a lot of students. So I happen to interact with students a lot. And in my opinion, I think there's a notion that things will happen automatically. Like when you finish SHS, or maybe the life is set up like that to a point. Like after SHS, you go to university. But after university, it's done.
That's
like
true.
The system ends. So we had a lecturer that used to say that the university is a place for higher education.
I guess.
It's for higher education. And the reasons why we have different departments is that like different people come together to collaborate to make things happen.
That's true.
But in our part of the world, we go to university to go and get grades.
Yes.
Grades are good because a first class is definitely better than a lower.
That's true.
What you can't do with a first class, you definitely cannot do with a lower. So first class is good, but it's not the reason for higher education.
That's true.
And some of the conversations we've had here, like on AI, on galamsey, on women empowerment.
Yes.
They are all like privileges of higher education.
That's true.
We wouldn't be able to have an intellectual dialogue if we are not educated.
That's true.
So for younger people, or for myself, when I was younger, I would say like educate yourself. Take every opportunity. Don't leave any stone unturned.
That's true.
Like I think you will hate it to see that in maybe a year after today, you haven't done much for yourself. So rather than complaining and seeing all the things you don't have, take some steps. Move to an organization. Ask, how can I help? Talk to someone older. How can I be better? Take a course. Read a book. I feel like people don't read at all.
Ghanaians don't like reading generally.
Read a book. Like sometimes the opinions online, I'm like, you're
not reading. Please go and educate yourself.
Like you probably copied someone's something and then
Copy and paste.
Yes, like educate yourself and take all the opportunities.
Self-education is very important.
Yeah.
So it's not just about school, because the truth is university does just like on a scale of 100, say 20%. I say that because when I started working with young people on how they can prepare themselves for the tech job market, because that's my niche, technology and future of work, I realized that our schools are not producing innovators. No, we are producing consumers. So you meet a university student and they don't know what LinkedIn is. I've had those shocker moments, or shocking moments, if I should say so. And for now, I don't get shocked. At first, I used to get shocked. But now I see that it's really a problem on ground. So I realize our universities are not preparing our young people for jobs. They're preparing them to have good grades. And I say that since I came out of school, I've never used my biochem degree. No. Everything I've had to do was based on skills development.
Yeah.
But here I am. I thought it was just about hitting the grades, come out of school, apply with. But now the market is so saturated that it's even about who you know. So if you are not developing yourself, then what next for you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Frida. Let's move to our student, AK, since you're an Akosua person too. I forgot your English name.
Miracle.
Miracle, okay.
Okay. You saying university produces students with
Consumers.
just consumers with good grades, and I kind of disagree on that.
Okay.
Because my school is especially Methodist University.
Okay.
Yes. They produce students to have good grades and also to apply the knowledge they have into their work, like probably in the future and stuff. Because me as a psychology student, right from level 100, my lecturers always rings in our head that psychology is not all about good grades. You need to learn it, use it in your daily life so that it won't depart from you. So my school, right from the roots they have been teaching us, they have been telling us that don't learn just for grades, learn for higher knowledge, and so you can apply it. That's why whenever people that leave Methodist University, we always hear feedbacks, or those alumni, we hear feedbacks that, okay, they are actually doing well. So that's how my school has shaped us. They start from the roots, from the beginning, so that you won't have that knowledge that, okay, I'm just here to get first class. Yes, so that's how I love my school.
Kudos to Methodist University for producing industry players. All right. Okay. So what would you say to your younger self in 1 minute?
Okay, my younger self, I would like to say, don't just go to school for good grades. Use what you have learned into your practical life. Because let me just say, when I was in secondary school, I had low self-esteem, actually. But as I came to the uni, I saw people, I was associating with a lot of people. My lecturers were also helping me. I got to know that, okay, you need to boost your self-esteem by yourself, because if you're not willing to do that, no one will do that for you.
Right.
Yes, so you need to learn. You need to boost it up yourself. If not, people will leave you behind. That's how Africa is.
Okay.
So learn and try to practice it in your daily life. Because we're doing biological basis of behavior at 100 level, and I got to know that there are a lot of abnormal behaviors and how to tackle some of them. So when I started doing my internship at Reach Hospital, we saw a lot of cases, some depression and all that, and we saw them, and I was able to help the little I can. Yes, so it's more like I've put in the theory into the practical aspects. Yes, so psychology is really nice. Please come to Methodist University for it.
Okay, so thank you so much, Frida, Miracle. It's been amazing on here. Thank you for having me, Discourse channel. My name is Akosua Osei, by AK for short, and I'm the founder for Be Tech Connected. Basically, if you don't know what we do, we are bridging the knowledge and skill gaps between academia and industry through training, mentorship, skills development, and tech job opportunities. So it's not just jobs. So let me say tech opportunities. So not just jobs, but scholarships. I mean, any opportunity that we can help our young people with. It's been a pleasure being on here. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.